The government will provide financial assistance to some 3.4 million middle-class workers affected by the COVID-19 crisis. Our Trisha Tarada is following that story. Trisha, tell us more about this.
Well, Pia Malacanang and the Task Force Against Coronavirus confirmed that the President has approved the 51 billion peso allocation for the wage subsidy of small businesses. Ito yung tulong ng gobyerno para sa middle class. But the task force is still discussing finer details about the distribution. They have yet to identify those who already received subsidy from the Labor Department. Priority will be given to those who pay their dues to SSS and BIR. Government will start distributing 5,000 to 8,000 pesos to identified middle-class beneficiaries starting May 1. Second tranche will be released from May 16 to 30. Economic managers note 1.6 million businesses with more than 3 million employees have been affected by the crisis. Pia?
Trisha, it's been about a month since the lockdown was implemented, but several poor families have yet to get that or receive that financial assistance. What did the President say about this?
Yep. President Duterte right now is blaming those opposing the national ID system for the problem amid the distribution of government cash aid for poor families. To fix the problem, President Duterte says there will be a quick census in hopes to accommodate more poor families in the social amelioration program. He says it's the duty of mayors and barangay captains to identify who were not included in the initial list of beneficiaries. For now, the President appeals for understanding from the public. Pia?
Trisha, we're also hearing stories of Filipino health workers who need to go abroad. What are the President's sentiments about this?
Well, as a number of COVID-19 cases and deaths increase rapidly, specifically in the U.S., President Duterte says the Philippines is affected by what's going on in America. The President is trying to say we will need the help of as many health workers available if the situation worsens, yet some are leaving the country. This is also why the President doesn't support the idea of letting health workers leave the country, even if they have proper documents and existing contracts. On the day of the President's address, Foreign Secretary Ted Boy Locsin announced that medical workers with existing contracts abroad can already leave the country. The President then cites China as a good example for being firm and strict in implementing the lockdown. Here's the President in his own words.
Alam mo naman sa China, delikado ka doon. Pag sinabing ganon ka. It is a communist region at it demands total obedience. Hindi ka pwede doon magsabi, hindi, huli ka. Dito hindi ka magawala yan kasi demokrasya, papasok ang human rights, nandiyan sila Jokno, mas marunong sa mga human rights sa mga left.
Now, speaking of health workers, the President asks law enforcers to arrest those who discriminate against people working at hospitals. The President is also upset with individuals who still violate the quarantine protocol. For example, those who drink in public and gamble. He says there are some lapses in enforcing social distancing. So he reiterates his call for everyone to just stay at home, to wear masks if they need to go out, and to practice social hygiene. Back to you, Pia.
Trisha Tarada there reporting.